In this video, we're gonna be making, if you can guess it, got that ingredient there, those ingredients there, some water there. Can you guess it? Well, if you guessed homemade Jello, you're right. We're gonna make some fresh homemade Jello bites with just gelatin powder, orange juice, and some water. Let's get to it. All right, first I'm gonna get this 2 cups of water out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this saucepan. I'm gonna get this put on low heat, probably, let's put it around 2. I don't want it to boil. Don't want it to boil at all. So we're just gonna heat that up for now. Let's get back over here. Let's take some of this fresh squeezed orange juice. Let's put about, I don't know, cup. Is that good? We want to do more. Yeah, that's about good. Let's try a cup. Let's not get too crazy. Again, first time doing this. First test. All right, put it in there. All right. See, 1 cup. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do 2 tablespoons of this gelatin powder. Again, tablespoon, not teaspoon. Tablespoon. And then go ahead. Okay, 1. Sprinkle it on the top here. And a 2. Okay. Now go ahead and mix that just a little bit, get it soaked. And again, main key here is you want to have the gelatin in cold, something cold first. Cold water, cold fruit juice, whatever. Get that submerged in there and let the gelatin do what they call bloom. So get it all soaked in there and let it bloom for 5 minutes. That's what it looks like. Okay, we'll let that bloom in there for 5 minutes. All right, so this is just about to boil, which you don't want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat down to low. Leave that like that. And get all this orange and gelatin mixture in here. And you'll just continue to mix this until it's all dissolved. So I'll do that and then come back when it's ready to go for the next step. All right, just one more thing. As you see there, that pulp, I left all the pulp in there. I didn't take it out. Gonna test that, see how that works, leaving the pulp in, but yep. Be right back when it's all dissolved. All right, this is all dissolved, and I'm actually gonna pour it into here first, and then pour it into my little cupcake tray here. It should be easier to pour. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, go ahead and put this in the fridge overnight and we'll check it later. At least maybe 6 hours. I'll check it at the 6-hour mark and see if that works out. All right, it's been like 3 hours and 45 minutes. Let's just take a look at one of these guys and see if it's ready. Oh, maybe. Look at that. All right, here we go. First taste test. Nope. No, that ain't right. Doesn't even taste like anything. See, I tried water, like a concentrate, like when you get, the full thing from the store, the full concentrated juice, and you're supposed to add water to you know, less concentrate. That's what I tried doing with this mix, and I think I just way too much water. Shouldn't do that. No. Doesn't even taste like anything really. Just straight flavorless Jello. So I'll do another batch, try another batch with just straight orange juice, no water, see how that goes. Laters. All right, here we go. We're gonna try this again. Fresh pressed orange juice. I'm actually going to strain it this time, get rid of the pulp. So let's go ahead and do that into this bowl here. Actually, I guess I can do it in the measuring cup. Why not? Because it's too small. All right, and here we go. Okay, that's all done. See that draining in there? All right, so we're gonna do 2 cups. 2 cups? We'll check. Let's see here. I don't want to spill. Actually, I'm gonna put it back in here. This is a bigger container. Back into here. So I'm gonna need this bowl. Okay. And we'll do 1 cup. Let's see. We'll test it. Let's do 1 cup. I may have to squeeze some more oranges. But, all right, well, that's 1 cup. All right. Put that in there. Cool. 1 cup of orange juice. 2 tablespoons of the gelatin powder. Yes, again, 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons. Tablespoons. 2 of those in there. 1, 2. Okay, mix this thoroughly. Try not to introduce a lot of air. Just trying to get this dissolved so that the gelatin can bloom and get kind of really clumpy. That should do it. We'll let that sit for 5 minutes. I'm going to press some more oranges, get some more juice, because we need about 2.5 cups to put into the saucepan. So right now we only have 1 3/4 cups. So we need probably another cup or so to put into the saucepan before we add this in. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, same as with when I did the water the first time on that Jello fail. This time, 2.5 cups of pure orange juice going in here. Again, we're not gonna boil. It just goes to just before boil, and I'll turn it off. And then we'll put the bloomed gelatin juice in here. So we'll wait for that to heat up. Be right back. All right, first, here we go. This is much better. There's your bloomed. All right, there's the bloomed gelatin. And there's the just about ready to boil, but not gonna, because I just turned the temperature down. Orange juice. Go ahead and add that into there. Ooh, almost dropped it. That would have been bad. All right, almost. All right, got that done. Get this put aside, put that in there for now. Go ahead and stir this until it's fully dissolved. I'll do this for a little bit and come right back. All right, here we go. This is all dissolved. So go ahead and put it in here. Let's see here how deep is that gonna be? How deep is that? That's fine. All right, that's all done. There was a big chunk in here that I saw. I thought, maybe not. Make sure there are no clumps. No clumps wanted. All right, I think we're good here. So go ahead and let's go ahead and put this in the fridge. Let that cool, actually let this cool down just a little bit and then I'll put it in the fridge. All right, there we go. See you tomorrow morning. All right, good morning, there it is. Now we gotta cut it up. All right, I'm just gonna do like 2-inch slices in it. 1, 2, 3, whatever. 1, oh yeah. 2. Good looking cubes. All right, let's see here. Let's try a corner piece. Oh, let's see it jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Let's do another one. All right, there it is. Take a look, see. That's jiggling pretty good. All right. All right, let's get some detail on this first. Look at that. Perfect. First bite. Oh. So much better than that first batch with the water. I was going for, you know how you get orange juice concentrate, and you have to, you know, mix it with water or whatever. That's what I was gonna have to do, but that is delicious. All right, so let's recap. First attempt with the water and orange juice, no good, not at all. Second attempt was just straight orange juice and gelatin. That's the key. So ingredients are super simple. Once again, you got orange juice, gelatin. Okay, for the first batch, to mix the gelatin, you need 3/4 to 1 cup of orange juice to 2 to 3 tablespoons, not teaspoons, tablespoons of gelatin. Mix that together cold. Let it sit for 5 minutes and bloom so the gelatin can bloom. Second step, again, straight orange juice, 2 to 3 cups into the saucepan. Heat it up to just before boiling. Turn the heat off. Mix in the bloom batch. Mix that. Make sure there's no clumps. Let that sit for a little bit. Pour it into a pan. Put it in the fridge for 4 to 6 hours. I let it go overnight because I did mine late in the evening. And then it's time to eat. Good stuff. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Now go make your own.